Every day's whole filling day.
Adam and Dan, unrelated, Jackson's talking.
Evening, Adam.
Hello there, Daniel Jackson. How are you?
Morning, Adam Jackson.
You
Unrelated.
just said evening before. What's going on?
Oh, it's topsy-turvy. The world is in turmoil.
Is it? What's happened?
No, not much. We're just sitting here.
Oh.
Seems pretty good to me.
Oh, that's all right then. It's pretty hot.
It is. We've got the fan going in the room.
It's one of those days when, it's another indicator of when we might have recorded this. So if you ever look back at your calendar in the months afterwards and you think, oh, that day was really hot. Maybe that's the day Daniel and Adam recorded episode number blah, blah, blah.
Thousands of years from now, geologists will be going through all the audio recordings from Earth.
Yep.
And they will find this one and be like, proof that it was this temperature and that global warming is occurring.
That's it. Exactly right. Well, apart from, yes. Yeah. No, exactly right. Yeah. Except, global warming might have already hit. So they were like, we had a good idea, We knew that was going to happen because it's already happened.
I read, somehow I related this in my mind. I read on Facebook. Did you
unrelate it?
No. This is unrelated to everyone else, saying. To the listeners.
Okay. Oh, so they're not going to care, but I'll care. Is that what you're saying? But the listeners, fuck them. No, not for them.
No, this works for them. It's unrelated. It's off topic, which is on topic for our show.
Oh, so they might be interested then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about the fuck you, listeners.
We'll edit that out. I won't edit that out. Someone had a toaster. They've got a new house and they've got their toaster.
And it popped up and it was like the last straw for global warming. It's like that fucking dickhead. Well, he wanted it extra brown and that's the end of the world.
Thousands of years from now, they'll be digging through our compost, discover this piece of toast.
No, that's the culprit. Patient zero. Anyway, sorry, go.
It landed in this chick's fish bowl. In the fish tank.
So hang on, what?
The toast.
I missed
the
a bit.
toaster.
It popped out.
The toast was in the toaster.
A toaster
it was
in
bread at that point.
Okay.
Unless it was toasting bread.
Well, yes.
It
sandwich slice or toast slice?
Both. It had
one of each, or
it finished cooking.
So hang on, no.
And so the fucking bread came out and went in the fucking fish tank. That was nearby.
So somebody wanted bread. And they thought the best way to make bread...
listeners, fuck Adam.
Aww.
One at a time, please. That'll be $5.
Make a line.
We've got our biggest fan in the room with us. No thanks.
We actually had another go at recording this podcast where we talked all about our biggest fan, but you might not know what that is because we've probably scrapped all that audio. We've got a fan in the room to keep us cool. Yep. And at the time I was making jokes about how, it's the only fan we've got.
That was the joke I made.
That's true.
He's stealing my joke.
Did I tell you?
Let's record this again and do I say that joke.
You say that one?
Yeah.
All right.
The biggest fan in the room is with us.
It's the only fan we've got.
Screw you. I was going to take that.
You were going to take that joke?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Do it.
Okay.
I say. What's going on with you, Daniel Jackson?
Oh, it's really hot. Oh, look, the biggest fan is in the room.
Oh, it is. Go on.
First fan that we've had. Only fan that we've got.
Oh, you finally got
that. I've ruined it. What is the deal with chicks, Adam?
What? Chicks?
The females.
They land in the fishbowl all the time.
Whether you're burning them or you're just lightly toasting them.
Chicks, yes.
Yeah, just pop. The pop is always the same at the end.
You pop them and they turn out burnt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fake tattoos. I actually watched a chick get a henna tattoo.
A henna tattoo?
Just recently.
Yeah.
And I'm not into tattoos. I think have we discussed this on air about tattoos?
What's your opinion on tattoos? I'm not sure, so let's do it again.
Excuse me, I'm not a fan.
Because?
I'm not going to get one. Well, I think there are some deep issues at the core of my dislike. But
did a tattoo touch you inappropriately when you were a kid?
It did. It was on someone's buttocks.
Oh, no.
So it was very traumatic. But I'm
Was
rather
it like of an eye that was just winking at you all the time?
come inside, child. I'm rather anal about things.
The buttock.
Anal
Get it?
retentive. Hey, unrelated but related.
Yep.
No, fully related.
Oh, well.
And so I just want to stay as pure as I can.
Oh.
Mind you, I will eat a lot of ice cream. So
What's
forget
that got-
about the insides being pure.
Oh, I see.
The outsides, I want to keep my options open.
So, hang on. Can I just ask? You eat ice cream all the time?
at the moment, yes.
Ask your poles as well?
No.
No. Because my question is...
Yeah.
You claim, this is my investigative journalism here,
Yeah.
that you don't drink beer and you don't drink alcohol and you don't drink beer because that's different, obviously. And you don't drink soft drink or juice or tea. Do you drink melted ice cream? Am I about to... Is this like a gotcha moment? I'm about to catch you off guard?
I don't drink milkshakes anymore because I feel sick after having them.
Aha! But you will slurp up the ice cream.
I will if it's frozen.
No, slurp up the liquid ice cream.
Almost, yeah. There's a difference somewhere there.
There's a difference somewhere.
There is.
It's in a bowl and not a cup.
I think there's more sugar and fat in ice cream than there is in a milkshake. Come on, surely. Because milk, it's a lot of milk.
It's a lot of milk.
And I'm eating a lot of cream.
Oh, well. Do you think,
Iced
though,
cream.
that most ice cream has a lot of cream in it? Or if, because my housemate made some ice cream and she used lots of cream. And you could just tell the first bite that you got how
Creamy.
it was. Yeah, sickeningly so. Delicious, but sickeningly creamy. And it just makes you think, oh, this ice cream we get in the shops, what the fuck are they putting in that? What the hell, Daniel? What the hell?
Well, over the past year, Adam, I've been trying some of those more decadent iced creams.
Oh. From what brands?
From the top shelf.
Oh.
I don't know the name of the brands, but Connoisseur is one of the... it's up there. It's expensive and delicious, Adam. I could eat the fuck out of some good, expensive ice cream.
Very good. My when I first met my girlfriend, she was into soy ice cream. Soy ice cream. Soy ice cream. Ladies.
Soy ice cream.
Gah!
Uh-huh.
And have you ever had soy ice cream?
No.
Don't.
Did you quickly fix her up about that one?
I slapped her about and now she only likes the good stuff. Yeah.
Adam.
It's deliciously creamy.
Very creamy. Sickeningly so.
So you're fucking getting onto henna tattoos. Oh no, wait. You're outside. So you take good care of your outsides then.
No.
No,
what?
Wasn't this the point of this conversation?
No. Well, there's two different things. There's taking good care of your outsides.
Yes.
And then there's like putting permanent things on your skin.
Okay, so
Different.
But so, I mean, do you put on moisturizer every 20 minutes to preserve your skin?
No, but I only use moisturizer for dry skin that I think looks unsightly. Or I use some what's that red coloured lip balm?
Red coloured lip balm.
Oh, the red container.
Oh, the pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Have you ever read
Pawpaw.
Have you ever read the ingredients of pawpaw?
Is it pawpaw?
It isn't. No.
Oh.
If you get a tube of pawpaw and you read it, it contains 0.38 milligrams of pawpaw per gram.
Bullshit.
And you get... Oh, okay, Daniel, to prove me a liar, Daniel has stormed out. He's left our biggest and only fan basically shaking its head in disbelief as it shakes it back and forth and back. Now Daniel's got the pawpaw.
Hello. In front of me.
So have a look at the ingredients.
Let me
It'll be
put
on
on
the
my
front,
glasses.
I think. I think it's on the front.
Let me put on my other glasses.
It's on the front.
Let me put on my
It's on the
pair of
front!
glasses. I'm looking at the front.
Well, then look at the bit that I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so... oh, shit.
What does it say?
Well...
read it out.
So the entire tube
Yes.
is 25 grams net.
Yes.
Karika payaya, the pawpaw.
Yes.
There's 39 milligrams per gram.
39 milligrams. Okay, so not...
Is that what I'm reading?
Not 0.38.
Mg/G?
Pretty close. So a milligram is what? 100 or 1,000? What's your conversion like?
Milli is... oh, shit.
Yeah.
Isn't it
I think it's...
100 million?
I thought centi was 100.
Centi is 100.
So that means...
But 1,000 is 1,000.
Look it up. Look it up on your compy. Milligram to gram.
We seem so incompetent.
We're the scientists.
What are we looking up?
We're looking up how many milligrams in a gram.
Oh.
Just fucking type it into Google.
I did! Oh.
It's 1,000.
It is 1,000.
It's 1,000. So that means that in 1,000 milligrams of stuff, there's 39 parts pawpaw.
So 3.9%.
Yeah, 3.9% of this pawpaw ointment is pawpaw.
Well, who would want to rub fruit onto their lips anyway?
Until this moment, you were convinced that you did. And it gives
What am I rubbing on my face?
I think you're rubbing Vaseline on. That's my theory.
I would be so angry.
I think it is. I think it's just petroleum jelly with 3%, so 4% maybe rounded, pawpaw.
Contains potassium sorbate.
That's Vaseline, isn't it?
Potassium sorbate.
Come on, I'm onto a winner. Come on.
Is the potassium salt of sorbic acid.
Okay.
It is primarily used as a food preservative.
Food preservative. So you're preserving your lips.
This is sounding really great.
You're preserving them in the same way that you might preserve a pickle. I don't know.
Is effective in a variety of applications, including food, wine, and personal care products. Well, as long as it's soluble in water. Now, okay, so that's a difference between this.
Yes.
Potassium sorbate.
Yes.
And petroleum jelly.
Right.
Which is a byproduct of oil.
Yes.
Which we have at some point rubbed on our crotch, and this is soluble in water, which is a difference.
Could I interject for a moment?
Oh, okay.
And point out the possibility that maybe the potassium sorbate is a very minor part used to preserve the 3.9% pawpaw in the otherwise Vaseline-fueled petroleum jelly. Kapow!
Rubbish! I denounce that suggestion. Oh, okay. Yeah, this still doesn't explain what is the rest of the thing.
It doesn't tell you, does it?
Because this potassium sorbate is 0.1 milligram per gram. What's in the rest of it? What on earth
it's
is
the
rest
tears
of
of children. And you're rubbing it into your lips.
Oh.
See, I feel I've done a public service today.
You've exposed this for what it really is by reading.
Oh, but it smells lovely, doesn't it?
And it's made in Queensland,
Oh, well,
Australia.
that's good. That's good too.
What the hell is it?
We had pawpaw ointment before it was cool, when it wasn't in tubes or when it was in like a big fuck off tub, and you used it for nappy rash.
Like when you were a kid?
Yeah.
And you're like rubbing it on your sister's ass?
Yeah. No, I think it was probably rubbed on my ass.
Oh, so your family, this has been part of the family.
Family tradition. That
family
goes
heirloom.
Back. Oh, that's
kept it preserved.
It's probably that's the sorbate for you.
Sorbet. I'm truly disturbed.
There you go.
But
take that information and spread it to the masses.
I will. Everyone has these. Everyone.
It's the fad diet.
Everyone that has an iPhone has some pawpaw ointment. Lucas. What is more? What's he peddling? What is fluoride in here?
What's your secret? What's your secret, Lucas?
Full of fluoride. He's trying to dumb down the population, man.
That's it. To cover up our third eyes. rub ointment on your third eyes.
All right, we were having a little discussion before we started recording, and this is interesting. I don't want to go too deep because I don't know enough, but I just want to put in the tip, okay?
Do it.
So don't call it rape.
What? Oh, you wanted to put in the tip. I see. Is by the way, Is
unrelated?
Yeah. Is 2 innie outies considered sex?
2 innie outies. Break this down for me.
I think
As a wrap.
fairly self-explanatory.
Oh, sorry, like a in then an out.
And then an in, then an out, and then out.
Is what's the question again?
Have you had sex then?
Oh, like not just now. You're asking me.
No,
but
I'm not saying
in
now,
that
and I'm not
instance.
offering.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is okay.
Yeah,
it still counts, does it?
even if it's just one.
It's one, and then they go, no.
It's just,
and you're like, oh, could you go brag it to your friends? Basically,
I dunked it in. Yeah,
dunked it in.
You could say that, like a gentleman,
like a tea bag.
Yeah, I left it in for 5 minutes,
just to steep.
By that time, I think she was wonderfully flavoured.
Infused. All right, so that's my little aside there. I just need to clear that up because I was having a conversation with somebody.
With the police?
No. No, it was my girlfriend and her friends were discussing whether that...
Whether you've had sex with your girlfriend yet.
No, not that at all. But now the definitive answer has come out. So, what have you been going on about?
What have I been going on
that
about?
You don't know quite enough about, so you're not going to tell us, but you are going to tell us. Go.
Well, so let's start with religion.
Ooh, big guns.
Religion has happened.
We've talked about ice cream. Now it's time for religion.
Religion is happening.
Religion is happening. Yes. Okay.
And then a few thousand years go by or whatever.
So hang on, is this from now or before now? 1,000 years from
before now.
So 1,000 years ago, religion happened. And now what?
Don't hang on my words for this one, Adam. Just go with me.
Just go with it.
This is very general.
So religion happens in the same way that shit happens. That old catchphrase.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Religion happens.
Religion happens.
Go for it.
And it still happens to this very day. But then, at what point did this New Age stuff come about?
I see. Well, isn't New Age stuff just a kind of vague imitation of the pagan stuff that we used to do before the monotheistic religions?
You use so many big words there. I'm going to have to get you to write that down for me.
Well, so
let's just keep it simple for my sake.
Let's say before we had the big guns, before we had the big three,
Jesus.
We had before that.
Oh right. Okay.
When we're talking about just the one. Well, let's talk about just the one. We got the the one of the Jewish faith, the one of the Christian faith, aside from Jesus. Let's rule him out, but say he's the son of. But we're talking about
Jesus.
the father. No, what? No. So the monotheism is the concept of one God.
He's
right?
already dead.
Before that, we had the concept of polytheism, where there was a billion gods for, there's a tissue box. We've got to have a god of the tissue box, otherwise we won't get tissues out of the box.
Got to kill some goats to make the tissues keep coming out of the box.
And that, to my knowledge, was also known as paganism in a very, vaguely, nobody that did that at the time thought that they were pagans because it was just normal. It was one of those patronizing things that came afterwards that like the Christians and the Jews or whatever would do. Oh.
So was it like hipsters that suddenly realized, oh, I'm part of that? That's what I am.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think
that's a horrible example. They
just got slaughtered, I think.
I just wanted to poke fun.
At hipsters.
Yeah.
In their,
please continue.
In their vests and their brown leather jackets.
It's all done. Yeah. Please continue.
Whatever happened to the emos? Have they died out?
Know.
Oh, anyway.
They all killed themselves.
So you got the pagans who were, the bunch. And that was a really broad term, I think, and that would cover anything, I guess, from the Aztecs doing the human sacrifices to the Northern Europeans with their Viking gods and, the Egyptians with their gods and so on and so on and so on. But I think New Age is kind of, to my knowledge anyway, and to my kind of summarizing knowledge, a vague imitation of the pagan rituals of the kind of Western European pagans.
So were they all dressing up in purple crushed velvet and
no,
and doing aura sort of feeling up each other's auras
and I think sorry, I might have I've left out a whole bunch of stuff then, because it also takes into account, you're quite right, all the kind of Eastern philosophies as well. So it's almost like you're hand-picking all the best stuff before monotheism happened and then smush it all together. Because isn't it as much chakras and all that as it is druids and herbs? Or am I completely missing the point here?
I really don't know if... I don't know how big the umbrella of the New Age stuff is.
Right.
Like, isn't it just any sort of Western interest in all of those things?
Oh, yes, probably. Isn't that depressing?
Well, we haven't got anything for ourselves. We've got consumerism. Done that.
So, okay, what's the point of this story, though? What's happened?
What's happened?
Happened?
It's come to my attention, Adam.
Are you converting?
It's come to... Well,
give me a crystal.
I've been listening to things and people have been listening to the rustling of the leaves in the trees.
Oh.
And there are some whispers going around. Someone has pointed out that I've seen, one person in particular has pointed out that, well, hey, look at that religion stuff and what that did. People worshipping things, you know, like sort of just, you're the all-knowing everything. Ooh, bow down to that guy, worship that fellow, whatever.
Yes.
And then the New Age stuff isn't all that different. There's just some different names and some similar names. Still worshipping the Jesus. There's all the Saint Germain and whoever the hell and all these other things.
I completely agree and also completely disagree.
Fantastic.
Do you want to hear my 2 points? They're a bit rambly.
Let's do them one at a time.
Fine.
All right, do them both at once.
Thank you. I know. So... I don't know. This is my view on religion. If we look at the polytheistic religions,
yeah.
Actually, have you seen? I tried to show you Zeitgeist, didn't I? You never saw it, did you?
Zeitgeist.
Such a it was a YouTube
movie
phenomenon, and it was basically it was a YouTube film, and it looked at 3 conspiracy theories. The second one was about the World Trade Center attack, and the third one was about the completely fake economy. But the first one was about how Jesus never existed, and all the representations of Jesus was just a misinterpretation of the sun god Ra. And he used a whole lot of rubbish evidence to try and support that. And the whole thing fell apart as soon as you even examined it. You didn't need a microscope. You could examine it with, like, grandpa's glasses, you know. But, that being said, throughout history, we have created these gods to explain what's going on in the world. So, you know, if we look at, the Roman gods, for example, who, to be fair, stole a lot of their gods from the Greek gods anyway. The Romans were great like that. They take over a people.
Just like Microsoft.
And they go, what have you got? Oh, well, this is the god of tillage and corn, and this is the god of love. Yeah, I'll take them. Thanks. We'll rename them, but yeah, that's great, guys.
There was no such thing as copyright.
No, definitely not. No. But, like, it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense in a way that we want to understand the world that we can't understand. So, you know, if we want to think that the sun was a big golden chariot that flies across the sky, and therefore that's the god, blah, blah, that, you know, it doesn't make sense for us. But it does make sense, you know, well, let's try and understand it. And so that's, you know, the perceivable things. But then there's the imperceivable, like I was saying, the goddess of tillage and corn. Shit, we've got all these crops. Shit, we want them to grow. Shit, I hope they grow. Is there anything I can do? I bow down. And then they create the goddess of tillage and corn. I think her name was Ceres. And it's all this personification of, what they're really praying for. They're praying to the fucking ground, aren't they? And then they've personified that. They're praying to the sun, and then they personified that as a chariot. And I don't see much difference between that and now the big God. We talk about God, and we talk about it like in a very, very personable way. God is great. God loves us. God, and so on and so on and so on. But all we've really done is personified something that we don't understand. And if we take it back to praising the sun, praising the moon, praising the ground, praising the water, what we're actually doing is worshipping the earth. And all we've done is personified it, but we're worshipping the earth and worshipping the universe. And fuck, man, this earth has given us so many amazing fucking things and allowed us to live this life and given us this corn and given us this sunlight. Of course we should praise it. Absolutely. So that's my view on it all. The whole thing is just a reinterpretation of fucking worshipping everything in the whole universe because it's all good. So the New Age ones that look at, say, the earth worshipping, it makes perfect sense because it's the same thing. What I don't agree with and what I've never agreed with is the ritualism of it all. And that's, I think, what the New Age people still do and probably do more so than a lot of religions. Maybe not, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm not into religion myself for a few reasons. But, yeah, the ritualism of arbitrary notions of worship is definitely one of the things I don't agree with.
Tell me what your understanding of the ritualism is.
Well, it depends. I mean, because like you said, there's such a gamut of these New Age practitioners. Like, for example, the Druids that will go out to Stonehenge to watch the sunrise. I'm like, yeah, great. Yeah, what are you doing? You know, to the Wiccans that would cast spells. You know, that they need to. You know, we need this herb and we need this gourd and we grind this up while we enchant this and we say this line 20 times in a row. Is that much different from confessing your sins and having to say 20 Hail Marys? You know, it's just as magical. Or not, you know?
You get some shit off your chest, don't you?
Well,
no, that's confession.
Well, no, exactly. Confession and casting a spell. I mean, maybe slightly different goals in the end, but the ritualism is just the same.
So if somebody is going to church and going, say someone wants to, they want to worship Jesus.
Yep.
Or God.
Yep.
And they're like, you know, I'm not very good at remembering to do this. Let's make a time. Let's do it every, I don't know, Sunday. Let's all get together on a Sunday. Let's do it then.
Yeah.
And then it becomes part of their diary, they're part of their schedule or a ritual, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing for that reason?
It's not a bad thing for them. I disagree with it, though.
Why? They're just organised.
No, I mean, I disagree with the concept of well, look, I think...
Do you do the shopping at the same day? No, you probably don't. You're the wrong person to ask. I mean, look, a 9 to 5 job.
Can I just
person.
say, by the way, I'm very proud of us that we've taken this long to do a religion episode. I knew it was going to come eventually, but we held out as long as we could, didn't we? I'm not a religious person, and I disagree definitely with the rules that organised religion impose on its followers, and I look with bemusement at the rituals that a lot of people in the religion do, but at least I can appreciate that most of the rituals they do is towards either self-improvement or the greater good. So I don't think it's a bad thing for them. I'm just bemused by it.
Huh.
Shit. What about you, Daniel?
Just shut that down.
Were you about to say, well, I think it's a good thing because there's self-improvement and towards the greater good, Adam?
Yeah, why are you highlighting the positive things?
Because I've had this conversation so many times.
You're just like giving up already. You're just like...
How is that me giving up? I'm not saying to anyone out there...
Got him.
What?
Sorry.
I'm not saying to anyone out there that I don't think they should do anything.
I just find it amusing.
No, bemusing.
Bemusing.
I don't see the point. I don't...
really?
Yeah. I mean, because that's what my belief is.
Let's talk about ritual then.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ritual. Now this is
Adam and Dan, unrelated.
Talking
Jackson's
about rituals, humping.
What? Talking about Jesus. Yeah.
Talking about rituals.
Go.
So, Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas, for the first 20... No, maybe even 18 or 19 years was pretty much the same for me each time. I knew what to expect and it was great.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. It was a magical time. There was magic in the air. Every time I looked in Santa's sack. And so when it came to when I was 19, 20, I was working more, different jobs, and then I was working jobs that encroached on my holidays.
Oh, no.
I was growing up, you know. As you do, as a boy does, as a boy does.
No.
And
cats in the cradle.
And it ruined
spoon.
Christmas for me.
Little boy,
The ritual wasn't the same. The ritual had changed. And then over recent years, in fact, just last year, I've just recently been having a discussion with my family about Christmas and what it will be for our family this year. My sister, one of them, requested that we don't deviate like we did last year because she misses that ritual that we have, a specific activity that we do in the morning on that day to give out all our presents, and the particular house, my parents' house that we are at. And that ritual she misses, and what do you have to say about that?
I say that's great. I mean...
Right, so what's the difference with religion rituals? Is it just what they're being ritual...
Yeah. Well, look, I think...
about?
I think in the situation that you just described, what you're doing is quite naturally tapping into the nostalgia of good moments in your life, and why wouldn't you want to retain them? I mean,
and creating more as we go along each year.
Creating more, absolutely. And I mean, I completely agree with that. And I'm not a religious person, but I love Christmas as well because I think it transcends. And I don't want to offend people, but those that say, Christmas should be about Jesus. It can be. But it's much transcendent. It's much, much more than that. And it means something for different people no matter what. So when I say I'm bemused by religious rituals, because I have a vague, I wouldn't say belief, but a vague, I don't know how to say this diplomatically. Because I don't believe in
what they do,
a higher power as religions know it, then I therefore don't see the point in people praying to something that doesn't exist. Yeah, I've worn and said
it does exist,
etc. Yeah, no, but I mean, so I can't get into that because it's something that's foreign to me. But fuck, I can sit around a tree and sing carols.
Let him into your life, Adam.
I think
give Jesus a chance.
Give Jesus a chance. I mean, it's so. I grew up in a Catholic school. I know all about that. I mean, I see the good that belief has done in people, but that it's a brick wall to me. It's not something I miss, and it's not something I want to reclaim. It's just
you've got a closed heart, is what you're saying.
No, I've got a different truth to them. I think my truth is the real truth.
No. Everyone thinks their truth is the real truth. That's half of the problem.
Okay, look. I think when you've got the religious, the atheists, and the agnostics,
they walk into a bar.
I am the apathetics. I think there's probably not a God, but you know what? I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a fuck. You want to do that thing? Whatever.
What about that hollow feeling that you have sometimes when you're alone and you're just like, I just need a guy to fill this for me. Fill my hole.
Then I call you Daniel. Fuck. Daniel.
Do you want to do it every Sunday?
It could be our Sunday ritual.
Every day is hole filling day. Well, that was our religious episode. .com.
Shall we sing us out to a Christmas carol?
Please lead us away.
Happy whole day, bum bum. Get it? 'Cause it's bums. Daniel is here with me, bum bum.
Bum bum.
He's got paw ointment, bum bum.
Bum 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 bum.
It's suitable lubricant, bum 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 bum. Shall I apply it? Ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. in my bum.
I think I can feel the fruit inside me. 0.39 grams at least.